China, Japan, India, Southeast Asia, Tibet. Where do we ever hear any references? Did those people there in Asia discover anything that might be relevant for 5,000 years? And it basically doesn't come up. Let alone indigenous cultures all over North and South America, Africa, Australia, and so forth. In other words, this is a very narrow sliver of humanity that seems to regard itself as the center of the universe. So questions come up, we hear them, that is there intelligent life elsewhere in the universe? And the answer is yeah, Asia. I mean, it's really been overlooked. In the 19th century, we understand that, but now in the 21st century, to ignore whole civilizations, there's blind on one point, because my time's running out too. Blind in another way. We have these marvelous array, diverse branches of modern science, and for every one, it's characterized by developing sophisticated, rigorous, precise modes of measurement, of observation of that which you're seeking to understand. Right? There's one exception. You know what that is? Mind. Behaviorists study the mind indirectly by studying behavior. Brain scientists study the brain correlates of mind, but not in psychology, not in cognitive neuroscience. Where is there in mainstream academia any rigorous training in observing the only mind you have any direct access to? Where? And I've been looking and I'm not finding. We haven't done it. We study things that related to mind, but we're not looking at it in a rigorous, sophisticated way. This is what Asia has been good at for 5,000 years, the Buddhist tradition for 2,500. Highly developed, sophisticated ways of training, first of all, attention, which we in the modern world suck at. I mean, we're getting worse. We're slipping into a trough of ADHD from which we may never extricate ourselves. And then not only developing attention skills, which has got to be good, and they're extremely good at it. We've hardly even aware that it's taking place there for 2,500 years, longer in the Hindu tradition. But then developing and refining metacognitive ability to observe thoughts, to explore multiple dimensions, layers of consciousness. There's a whole world here that we're not attending to, therefore it seems to be just a way of talking about the brain. It's not. And I can demonstrate that, and it's going to take 10 seconds. For 10 seconds, I'm going to ask you to do something very simple. Mentally be totally silent. Don't move, don't behave, and just be aware of what's coming to mind. 10 seconds. I would say with tremendous confidence what you just experienced was not a way of talking about the brain, because you weren't talking. It's not a way of behaving, because they're not behaving. It's underlying. It is that which comes before the talking and the behaving, deliberate conscious behaving. We've been overlooking something, pretending as if the mind-body problem is solved. It's not. We've just talked our way out of it as if we know. The measurement problem in quantum mechanics has not been solved. It's 90 years now, no progress. Mind-body problem, no progress. In 130 years, we've been overlooking something, and it's exactly the weakness here of modern science, that we've overlooked the nature of the observer. We're not taking a scientific approach to the nature of the observer. We've left out something, and that's us. The nature of the mind, consciousness itself. We are more ignorant about consciousness than we are distant galaxies that formed 10 billion years ago, more ignorant about consciousness than we are about the inner nucleus of an atom. Why? Because we're not looking. This is what Buddhism brings to the table. Not a dogma, not please believe this or please believe that. Methods of rigorous, refined, first-person inquiry into mind to complement the glories, the magnificent accomplishments of objective science, which is the strength of the West.